I respect the fact that they said we were picketing, and then we were shouting, we would demonstrate at the court premises when Ifeodo and Co came. So we were at the premises, you know, the regional commander and what have you. And then we were poised, then we were charged. You understand? So the people were really chanting we would demonstrate. So it went viral. Then the police came in and they told us we have defied the Public Order Act. That is law, regulations we have to follow, which I respect that. So if they say, how can you people be at a court premises and be picketing and be shouting, we will demonstrate while the hearing is going on. Because court went on recess, supposed to resume in 45 minutes time. So we all came outside from the court. And we were at the premises of the court waving our flags and then tweeting, Facebooking, and then the news agencies or whatever you also came on board and everything was like, hey, you get me?
Yeah.
So everybody was like, no, we have to. They have to give us the pass mark to demonstrate. So indeed, they said we defied the Public Order Act according to the police, and respectively, they took some boys. They arrested some of us, and then some of them went to the regional police headquarters, and then peace was restored. After peace was restored, then they gave us a pass mark to hold a demonstration on 4th August. So then when they held a demonstration on 4th August, yes, it was okay. So they realized that no. Now you let me read what Oliver said so that you understand. It says, one of the conveners of the campaign, Oliver Baker, said after the Accra demonstration that they will take the drive to another regions, including Ashanti, Western, Volta, and the Northern region. The Western region protesters said they are asking for the same thing every Ghanaian wants, to fix the system. In quote, it says, it cannot be that the region we exploit oil from does not have much in terms of infrastructure to boast of. When you walk around, you see the level of hopelessness in the eyes of the youth in Takoradi in the Western region. They do not have jobs, and there is an issue of insecurity.
High insecurity.
Yes, that we want to get it fixed, the protesters said. That is what Oliver said. So this is the main motive. The plead and the cry coming from the people when they saw the Accra demonstration. Because tell me, Accra demonstration was big. Whatever their purposes was, Accra demonstration was awesome. It was big. So the people were also demanding for the same thing. If we celebrate Osajifo as the founder, why are we not progressing in our state, our region, or our community? So you people should come there. So these are the main reason why they went there. And we can all know, we know Oil City. DJ Nice, don't you know Oil City? That is how it is. Otia say, Intino Omaya na a cry to oil. A hot and kenny quan so mo bre, and ice me bois. Be to oil. And kenny quan say be a honomoye day. Sabi, and won't she be an be a day. A baho. I was sending a shiny to manamon yet sending out to a cry, yeah, be a cosono. Intiandano. Obia pia opeso ba Accra. Exactly. Inti na ma traffic a direct din. It's choked. Inti baby ani ebobon tabo near the hall. If you go to Sodom and Gomorrah or whatever, you can see it. And the regional minister, is also, doing his job, clearing all those people from the drain lines so that you people don't cause havoc. So this is the main reason why these people went there. You see, and as you said, it is not a political phase. I believe if Mahama was on the seat, same thing will happen. They will demonstrate. So for instance, Akufo-Addo, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on the podium or on the seat, we still have to demonstrate. And it is constitutionalized to demonstrate. You get where I'm coming from? So nobody should fault anybody. And then we shouldn't push. You see, it started from WhatsApp. It started from Facebook. We went to YouTube. Everybody was part of the movement. They didn't start going to radio. It started on Facebook, social media. And it's big today. So you see, I had an interview Monday, and then one gentleman said something. It's called Captain Wise. He said that this is the time leadership was supposed to hear the cry of the people. Because the people are poised, they are ready, they want to fight for their right, they want to speak for their right, they want to speak for their fellow people's right, the voice of the mute. They want to talk into their life because they believe that there is something guiding us. There is a rule of law. The regulation guiding us is the Constitution. Therefore, you go into deep, you pick what favors you, and then you act on. You can act outside of the box. You get me? So this is the main reason why these people are demonstrating. So nobody should say it's a political agenda or people are really, citing these guys to do what they are not supposed to do.
Yeah.
They are supposed to do what they are supposed to do because it is their right.
Yeah.
They want to do what they are supposed to do because they believe that they also own a fair share, in a national cake. However it is, they are supposed to also enjoy life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chief, do you get me?
Yeah.
That's how it is. In this case, you can't tell the people that they are being propagandists.
No, you can't tell them that.
You can't tell them that.
You see, they are doing the right thing. And I think Fix the Country project, or should I say the agenda, it's been a long time coming. Because there was a time when we wanted the youth to wake up like this, to their eyes to be opened to these things like this. Because there was a time it looked like the youth were all just about entertainment, just get some music and then they forgot about the problem and what is actually happening. So for me, I'm excited for the fact that we're waking up to let the leaders know that we employed them. It's not the other way around. They are civil servants. From this presidency to the ministers, they are civil servants. They serve the country. They serve the people of the country. So we employ them. Actually, we are paying them because it's taxpayers' money, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. So we employ them. So they have to deliver. They have to deliver excellently as well. Mm-hmm. In a corporate setting, if you don't deliver to your boss, what happens? You are either not paid, your salary is either cut, some parts are cut off, or you are fired because you can't do the work well. Yeah. So what is being done with Fix the Country is the right and appropriate thing being done. Yeah. And I really encourage the youth to join. I really, really encourage the youth to join because we need to show our leaders and the older generation that we will not just sit and swallow anything just because we are youth. Even Bible said that let no one disregard your youth. So yes, so we will not sit down and just let anything just happen. We are fighting for ourselves, and then our generations coming, our children, our children and our children's children. So what is happening is important, is vital. I like it. Now, do you know that I was in Accra most of the time, and so I did not know this until I went to the village for a project, and then I realized, Nana, it was pathetic. It was sad. Why? There were so many disadvantages to the youth in the villages. Talk of jobs, they didn't have jobs, and the schools. You see school buildings in our 21st century. You see school buildings that when it rains, flood enters everywhere, and the students can't study. They can't, like, the rain is up to their knee, some up to their belly. It was very sad. And on a normal day, you see students writing on the floor in our 21st century Ghana, where we have billionaires and millionaires in this country, where people are ministers flaunt what they have, where people, show off with things. We have so much suffering in the villages. This is the reason why they all come down to Accra and get into the cities, because they want to survive. They have to live. So they're doing anything to survive. So if they have to leave the village, in the villages, there was a time, some villages in Central, the youth, the young girls wake up in the morning, sit on motorbikes, there was no work to do. There's no work there for them. And what is even there, and that is the farming. They don't want to go do it because they get nothing from it. So they jump on motorbikes and go engage in prostitution. Broad daylight prostitution. I'm talking of teenagers from 13-year-old to 19.
What do you think is the issue? Is it because there's lack of jobs that makes teenagers, delve into these things, like the women, for instance? Why would they go into that? Because it fetched them quick money, or is it because that there is lack of jobs?
I'll always say the major reason is unemployment. Now, there is an aspect of the employment that is not helping young ladies or even guys, because you have a lady who has a degree, who went to school, parents paid money, has come out with a degree, going for a job interview, and boss says he's got to sleep with her before she gets the job. It's happening a lot. Or she doesn't agree and gets raped some way, somehow, and she doesn't want to continue, so she leaves the job. I've had young ladies talk. I've had an experience myself.
Really?
Yes.
A brief one.
Oh, Nana.
A brief one.
Young ladies are going through very crazy challenges.
A brief one.
It was a job I was going for, and I was qualified for the job. If I didn't get it and somebody else had gotten it, no problem. At least someone gets a job to do. Yeah. But then he said the reason he would pick me, it was because it was the position of a PA, and I was going to be with him 24/7 because of the nature of his job, and he needs someone he's attracted to, so he can have, intimacy with when he's feeling, he's feeling horny or something. Yes, so he has to get someone he's attracted to, so he can do that. And he's attracted to me, so from the onset, at the interview, he's got to kiss you and see how it feels.
Really?
Yes, and that's one of the criteria.
Why didn't you give in?
I didn't give in because I wasn't raised like that, and I wasn't in a hurry for money. I wasn't about money. I wanted experience. I was excited.
Should you go hungry? Should you go hungry? There's no food.
I knew I wouldn't go hungry because I can do other things, and I knew there were other positions out there. I knew not all guys were, messed up in their head like he was.
So what happened?
So I got out.
You left the job?
I left the job. And, I felt that there were ladies who were sitting there ready to get into there. And there were some I saw to be very innocent. There's some ladies who, they are ready to do anything because the situation at home is so there. Because
you're going for a job, like you said.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you placed yourself in a box where you said you were going for a job, and then the boss wanted to have an affair. Right instant, at once by force, or being in brothel, at once by force immediately.
Wanted to do a kiss and face.
And I want my number so. And yes, sir. Fine. I want my number so. And I would jay a Jumano so I want to pay bibium because so quite the same thing will happen.
Oh, I went to get a different one.
You got a different one?
Yes. It wasn't a PA, it was a customer service. So then because I was looking at it this way, that if PA and there are people like that guy, then maybe the PA job might be, to something.
But shouldn't we do something to change?
Of course. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not supposed to happen like that. A PA, your PA is not. Is that something like that? Must your PA be with you 24/7 from morning till you wake up the next morning?
I was with my boss 24/7 till the next we wake up with our boxer shorts and singlets.
Oh, okay. But he wasn't kissing you, right?
We go to the director of CID's office. I sit and I jot notes. A conversation that we are not supposed to jot notes. I have to bring my pen out. I have to bring paper and I have to write.
Okay.
We visited a big police officer in headquarters and I was seated. I said, "Where are you?" I pick your pen and your pad. Right. whatever conversation we have, right?
Okay.
And if you have your spying glasses on, record.
Okay.
When we go, we play it, and then we'll know where we faulted and how we got that. When we get to the house, when my boss has visitors, I'm always beside him. Dom, where are you? People want to eat lunch. What do we do? Okay, let me call home. Let them fix food. You see, because you're a woman.
But he was not kissing you.
But he's a man.
I mean, they are gays.
I'm not gay, and he's not gay. But the PA job,
that I was a lady was not excuse. Because you said, you put it out there that you wanted ladies. If you had said wanted guys would have come, or maybe missed or something. You said wanted ladies. So if the lady come, PA job, part of it is kissing you. Okay, so I'm working with you as a boss, and then you feel like you are a married man, and then you at a point you feel like me sitting on your lap, so I should sit on your lap. At a point you feel like you getting sexual with me, so you should get sexual with me because I'm your PA. It doesn't make sense.
But it comes with.
Is that part of the PA job? No, I want to know. Is that legal?
It's
part
not
of the PA job.
No. It's not
So
part
it's
of
wrong.
it's not part of the PA job. But one thing about personal assistant is, or personal aid. I don't know whether you're talking aid is the same as assistant. If you're talking about personal aid,
Personal assistant.
he can choose to bath and tell you to wait for him at the hall. Are you receiving calls? You are working. Do you know that? Some women take that offer. Do you understand?
Yeah,
Your
I know.
boss will be in the room or going to the bath or the washroom. He stays alone, possibly in Trazaco. Are you at the hall? Are you receiving the calls? Have you booked my meeting?
No.
Yes, boss, I'm at the bathhouse. Okay, I'm coming. I'll finish from the bathhouse. When I come, your boss comes. He comes with a towel.
No
What do you do?
problem. That you are doing your job. How he looks when he comes out is his business. But where he wants to engage you is a whole different level. It has to be consensual. It's either you, if you agree to it, then that is you. But I wasn't ready to go that road. Because I didn't find that to be a PA job.
Even if you were supposed to be paid bigger than what you ever expected.
Even if I was going to be paid $1 million, I'd not care.
Really?
Because I knew there were other options there. Even if I was going to be paid 10 Ghana a day, I would grow. Because consistency, discipline, determination, and passion makes the impossible happen. So I knew I would grow.
So why are other women different? Why do other women go in for, that stand? Why?
There are other women like me, to make the correction. Okay. I know a lot of them who would stand for their moral right and do whatever, But there are those various reasons, like they're in a hurry. Other reasons, like some people see it as an opportunity. Because I've met ladies who, that scenario, they think is an opportunity to be a second wife to the boss. That is if he's married. If he's not married, they think it's an opportunity to be a wife to the boss. If that is not the case too, they feel, wow, if they're going to be warming his bed, then they're going to be getting more than the salary. They're going to be getting more benefits too than the salary. You understand? So wherever the boss is going to travel to, he's going to travel with them. They're going to get benefits. Maybe at once a car, a whole flashy,
I want us
apartment or house.
That's beautiful. I want us to look at this story in Pulse GH, right?
Okay.
And it talks that WIEC cancels physics and business management papers over leakage on social media. It says WIEC cancels physics and business management papers over leakage on social media. Now let me read further to broaden your understanding so that we can break it down.
Okay.
It says that earlier the West African Examination Council, WIEC, reported that the 2021 elective maths and English language of the papers found their way into the public domain. First of all, I would like to, if you are listening, I would like to say something. WIEC is not serious. They are just not serious. As simple as that. You say is that The papers found their way in the public domain. Okay, fine. Let's read. It said the examination body said it was withdrawing the supervisors and invigilators from supervising WASI pending further sanctions. A statement issued by the Public Affairs Department of WAEC, confirmed that, in quote, extract of part of the questions for the Mathematics Elective 2 and Section A and English Language 2 papers written on September 9th and September 13th, respectively, were circulated on social media platforms. Also, WAEC said it has rescheduled physics and business management examination in the ongoing WASI. The 2 papers are scheduled for Wednesday, September 15, 2021, but reports circulated on social media Wednesday morning indicated that the papers have been cancelled. The public relations officer of the Ministry of Education, Kwesi Kwatin, said WAEC has only rescheduled to another date. The new date and reason for the postponement are yet to be announced. This is West African Examination Council.
This country is very, very, very undisciplined when it comes to our educational system.
What?
And very, 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 very immature.
Why?
When it comes to the things that concerns the youth, the able, capable youth of this country. The youth are the ones, we are the nation's fabric. We are the nation's backbone. You see. So when you're doing things, they need to take time and think further outside themselves. This is why I always talk about the selflessness aspect. The educational sector. You, Nana, why show? Learning is hard though. The way learning is hard, especially that physics and business something.
The way
hard there.
Your school na me pe brofo power na me share am pe.
Hey. That's not hard though.
Na me pe. Intino is it heading intino omo nko no nko copy on. And as omo liki apo.
No. You see, it's not that. You see
what?
It's
omo liki apo na. Omo liki apo.
It's not that.
Omo liki apo na. So physics near day. Na mass near day. Now I'm colliding to be in Shura. Me be somewhere for people on Facebook. Does it mean that omuliki apa na apona omuliki na ho ba asem no? Oma reschedule date na reschedule postpone. So are we breeding educational mugus to come and support the country, or we are breeding and grooming excuse my language, people of no knowledge to come out from school and do what they have to do.
David. But now let's be honest with ourselves. Okay. Minka said they should copy. But let's be honest. When him said people have come out of school with all the A's and A's and A's. Am I lying?
No correct.
With ASO, FBNM, they are still there. Now, there are some of those who have come out with excellent, results, even from the university. And then they are employed in working spaces. They can't deliver what they learned in school. The theory is all they know. They can't deliver. Now, when companies employ people, they are trying to save money. So most of them are not ready to give you trainings and plated trainings. So they mostly prefer the ones who can help them at once make profits for the company. So you see a lot of those students come out and they don't know jack. And
but why are the lecturers and the teachers there? If you don't know jack, as a result of
there's a problem.
There are people who are dumb, right? There are people who are dumb.
Oh, these people are not dumb.
Okay, these people are not dumb.
They are not dumb.
They
went to school. They learned. You understand?
And then they learned.
Yes.
And then they came out and they
come out
they
and
blasted.
Enkoye. Yes. They
now,
passed.
You see,
it
first
was
of
AAAA. They actually
all,
passed.
first of all, DJ Nice, I want to ask my producer a question. So if you are listening, he has to answer. DJ Nice. The West African Examination Council said a poor leaky and physics and English and maths. A leaky. Na before Mukan almost say the English language of the papers found their way. The papers found their way in the public domain. Nice. I beg. I want the papers can walk. The papers can fly. Found their way to the public domain. The
papers teleported.
Where are we? My producer settled it. I say, spirit tuntum they fly. Ghana near one. Hey, how can a whole institution? You see, a whole institution. The white man won't tolerate this nonsense.
Of course.
You see, the white man won't tolerate this nonsense. A whole institution that is supposed to breed or groom professionals to support the country, the movement and the agenda of the country. You come out and you lay this statement and lay this submission and tell me that the papers found their way to the public domain. And then listen to what they said. I made mention of invigilators also. Also, the examination body said it was withdrawing the supervisors and invigilators from supervising the WASI pending further sanctions. Bro, they are what? They say what? They are what? They are what? Withdrawing. The synonym of withdrawing is what? To expel or push them off. They are withdrawing the supervisors and invigilators from supervising and what's pending federal sanctions. And we have an institution that is supposed to breed leaders, bring people in government, people to support the movement. Those days are communal labor. I'm telling you. Those days are, opinion leaders in our communities will, call a few, then they call the leadership, a trainer of fears and patrol bra. Now, yet, Nas will go, I say, you're quiet in Sefufu and Gallon back with Siho. Papagas are going to have forces on a meeting and make on me, they match or my bone safe for now, or my solving issue. You're sorry, I'm a pana, you're firing rake, you're firing shovel, you're fire brooms, you're fire cutlasses. We go, we weed, and we solve problems in the community. Assemblymen no produce assembly bisa what you see let me tell you next week
villages they have
next week our survey and our discussion will be centered at Palace Street on the assemblymen and the MMDCEs and the district chief executives and the municipal chief executives. So North Kaneshi Palace Street will be doing a survey henceforth this week or tomorrow. We want to petition leadership and know how possible best they are solving issues within the community. I have to engage the member of parliament within this constituency. And I have to see the municipal chief executive by force. Whether we have to draft a letter to his office, we will go there.
Do they have youth?
They have. They should have an office. So that we can know. Because if we are situated here, funny love, if we are here, we have to know that our community is well served.
And safe.
And the people are to support us.
Because it's for them.
Exactly. So those municipal chief executives, what have you, the assemblymen, we want to know their work.
We have to hold the people, the leaders, accountable for who, the title they bear. It's not just a title, it's a responsibility.
What title do they bear?
The titles.
What are some of the titles?
The assemblyman titles and all of that. The MP titles and all of that. The youth organizer titles and all of that. It's not just about the title and what comes with it. It's a responsibility. Are you delivering, doing your job, doing it excellently?
It's sad. It's very sad that sometimes in Ghana
you should even be ashamed when you are being paid for something you know pass a job in one year and someone you are getting a car. You should be ashamed. You should tell the person say ma ejumane man ye into mo holding on car key no me ye wi anamu de amame.
You see, what I want to do is, next week I really want to visit the palace, the chief's palace, and then for 1 or 2 reports and conversation. And also, we will write to the MCE, and also go to the municipal chief executive, as I said. We'll go to the district chief executive's office, and then we will see how possible best we can support this community. It's going to be critical eye the report is going to be a critical eye. As a critical eye movement, we are setting a critical eye on the community. We want to know what is really going on, the cry and the plead of the people. And I believe that the people will have opinion leaders to direct us to, people to ask questions and know how possible best we can solve issues for the community, North Kaneshie community, Pali Street, as where we are now. Where we are now, we want to really know what is going on, because this is unacceptable for a whole institution that is supposed to see to it that our kids have something better for the future. It be any pen former we need people to go into government so that they can support youth, so that we can fight like what Rwanda is doing. Paul Kagame is doing a great job. There is always youth assembling, doing wonderful jobs, supporting the government, pushing the agenda. We are setting agenda. Journalists are not being attacked for speaking the truth. Wherever you go, journalists have done this. Journalists have done this. Because whenever we are supposed to inform, educate, and speak the truth. Entertainment is bonus. But entertainment is powerful. As we are speaking the truth and educating the people, we are entertaining them as well. That is our job. All that we have to do is to educate, inform, and entertain. So when we are doing it, you do not set biases for us and set platforms whereby, you tell us what you have to tell us because you think you can talk to a journalist. We are the fourth arm of government, for Christ's sake. We are part of government. When you go to United States, Bob Woodward. Let's read about Bob Woodward. President Trump calls. Chief, you made a report about me. Thank you very much for supporting my country. But what you're doing, I think you should have, said, please, I called your office. I wanted to speak to you, but they wouldn't give me the chance. I am part of the government. I have to do what is necessary for my people. That is how we have to work. Nobody's supposed to chase anybody out of his domain. We are not going to school to attain degree, going to GIJ, for Christ's sake, going to study political science and study public relations and knowing how to speak in public and serve your country. You come as a journalist, a practitioner, and then they tell you that you are biased, you have a political party, you are speaking the truth, so they should chase after you, they should do this and they should do. You people you should respect us. We're doing a great job. Go to America and search about Bob Woodward. Go and search about that journalist. How presidents call and say, please, you're doing a great job for my country. But you should have called me. He said, I wrote to your office. They couldn't give you the letter. And I think I have to do what I have to do because I am part of government. We are the fourth estate. There's nothing like legislature, executives, and what have you. The judiciary, it comes to the journalists. It comes to the media. So we'll surely bring the truth. Because the people wouldn't understand unless the media brings it to their doorstep. This is unacceptable for a whole institution to tell us this. Excuse me. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense. One thing my father told me was, something my father told me? Read so that nobody will deceive you.
Yeah.
No. Forget about the money. Attain that wisdom and knowledge and let it attract the money.
Knowledge is power.
Don't forsake money. Yeah. Let it attract the money. So read. When I am watching cartoons and Asori Empire in those days, no more to powder, no more to anointing oil, no water. Na me and me ba na shews and shaggy na popi abano pome trade. Go. I put the encyclopedia there, the graphic there. I was thinking you will read and give me feedback when I come from the office. I said, oh, Chief, you didn't tell me. He said, must I tell you to read the graphic? Must I tell you to know what is going on in the country? How do you inform your sisters and your mother? Forget about the women and let them watch the cartoons and the anointing oil splashing on people. And then in Konya, when you are sorry, go and read so that you can educate them. I say, Chief, they worry me, or they worry me. So he was telling me to know so that I can inform. So he was initiating me into this job.
Yeah. Knowledge.
And then today I call him and I tell him, Chief, Charlie, journalism is hard. Charlie, things are not going on well. He said, Massa. You think educating 34 million people, you start now and make money now? 34 million people. And if the knowledge is 10%, you have attaining about 5. You have not gotten anywhere. You have to move. I said, oh, Chief. I said, but you have to move. And you say you want to be Kwame Sefakai and you want to be more than Kwame Sefakai and Kwamena Dumo. keep bugging my mind. I want to be more than Kwamena Dumo, and you think you use just 1 year to become Kwamena Dumo. My friend, don't call me. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Of course. Legendary doesn't start in a day.
But Accra, making Accra the finest city, was built in a day by somebody's mouth. Thank you very much. My name is Dominic Nana Kwamena Ansah, and this is the front page. Forgive me, I have not been all that active, but I believe that you enjoy the show. Thank everybody for listening on Facebook, those who couldn't come live, those who couldn't test us, and everybody. Medimu besi, but before I made besi, me person me can't send back be. I was saying na ya sorry waka, na ya share, na ya boa, na ya tutu ya nyoma ye as Ghana for. Na yutumi kun eko yenim na Ghana endrum pempen so aye pese Ghana edru. If Ghana will stand, it is you and I. If Ghana will be better, it is you and I. If Ghana will cry, it is you and I. If Ghana will be happy, it is you and I. Whatever the Fix the Country conveners are doing, I am in support of it. At the same time, I support government. I support government for laying regulations and also correcting them. And I also support the youth for carrying the mandate of Nkrumah to fight for their rights. My name is Dominic Nana Kwamena Ansah. This is the front page. I thank my guest for bringing you newspaper review and also motivational message, and also my number one producer, Rastabako Pet DJ Nice. I mean, for holding me down. If we go live on Facebook, techniques and what have you in the studio, he will assist me do it. My name is Dominic. Charlie, yanka sechna, yame boy bishia.